get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA. Thursday night, the best night of the week for NBA basketball. Hi there, everybody, and thanks for being with us on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Dylan Brooks is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Fox in at the 1. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. And he drops in the layup off the glass. All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Leonard's shot's good.
Yeah, the versatile scoring ability of Kawhi, whether long range, short range, mid range, he can do it all.
Brooks outside. Pass to Vassell. San Antonio moving the ball around. Mathurin against Castle. 6 on the shot clock. Driving inside. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Oh, and when Castle gets going to the hoop, good luck getting in front of him.
Outside Garland. Lopez, the screen to the middle. Outside Jones. Now here's Garland. Lays it up and banks it in.
Tough to contain. Garland with one of the quicker first steps in this league.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talked about how difficult it is to match up against Victor Wembanyama. Coach said the biggest concern is Wemby's defense. His rim protection is game-changing. But he told me that it doesn't mean settling for outside shots. It means ball movement and spacing the floor will be key. Back over to you guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. There's the 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They've come out strong. 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
Pass to Wembanyama. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Brook Lopez. You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, you don't see him yell. You don't see him criticize. He works on building that team chemistry. I respected players like that, the calm leadership type.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Lopez finds Jones to the wing on the left. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Garland against Fox. Now here's Garland. The D's right on him. Good D by Wembanyama. Here's Fox. He takes it in, and the layup falls.
It's the speed of the Aaron Fox that is just so tough to match.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Leonard on the wing. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Castle with it. Picked up by Mathurin. Wembanyama. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for De'Aaron Fox.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
Fox against Garland. Banked it in off the glass. Garland's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, he keeps that ball on a string, doesn't he? Darius Garland putting on a show.
Here's Fox. Vassell outside. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Leonard outside. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Leonard's gotten his second bucket.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
Here's Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. And during this last month of action, here is a list of the players who have shot the ball most efficiently so far from deep. Victor Wembanyama is second.
Sometimes you get into a rhythm from long range, and you can ride that stretch for a while.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Collins checked in. Champagnie, he's checked in for San Antonio. Harper comes in for Castle.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Champagnie, and here's Brooks. Here's Harper. Mathurin with a rebound. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Jones from outside. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Fox against Garland. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Wembanyama's got 9. Los Angeles leading by 5. Pass to Mathurin. Collins outside. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Spurs trail by 7. Here's Harper. Here's Champagnie. Still without a bucket. Here's Brooks. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Jackson, he's checked in for Jones. Miller comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Beal, he's checked in for Mathurin. And it's Dunn in for Darius Garland. San Antonio also making some changes. Cornette's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Johnson comes in for Brooks. And Goodwin is subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Beal. Again, Los Angeles.
There are so many ways that Bradley Beal can beat you.
The Spurs have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Here's Harper, defended by Dunn. Harper passes to Champagnie. And he buries his first look.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to Beal. Six to shoot. The 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. And this team has been unstoppable away from their own arena. Up there with some of the best road teams we've ever seen.
No question about that. It's hard enough to win in this league with the parity, but to do it away from your home floor and home fans, that's something to be proud of.
Here's the break. Here's Goodwin. Here's Harper, defended by Dunn. Pass to Champagnie, to the left wing. They set a pick.
And great job to establish position and square up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Darius Garland, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Number 10, Darius Garland.
Los Angeles leading by 7. 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Jackson gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 9.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. You've got a second chance to score.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back after this word. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Castle and Johnson are on the wings. Then there's Harper. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Champagnie at the 4. One thing about Keldon Johnson defensively, it's hard to back him down, Richard.
Yeah, he won't block a ton of shots, but he anchors really well against bigger players. That's why teams would rather attack him in space.
And the foul on Isaiah Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. Spurs trail by 7. Castle left side. And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
Here's Harper, guarded by Garland.
Using his quickness to stay on top of his man. Good defensive effort by Garland.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Clippers last season, inaugurating the Intuit Dome after for years sharing an arena with the Lakers, Kawhi Leonard said it helps having a home base for you rather than being a roommate. Coach Tyronn Lue said it feels so good to have a place to call your own and just call home, guys.
And looking to protect it. All right, thank you, Allie. Spurs shooting a nice 50% for the game.
Well, Castle got out in transition and ends up getting trusted with finishing the fast break, which he does.
Now here's Dunn. He's guarded by Castle. And there's the screen. Garland for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Spurs trail by 5. Cornett sets a screen. Over Jackson. Cornett can't hit. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Nothing on offense from them yet in the second quarter. Jackson outside. Pass to Miller. Johnson against Garland. 5 on the clock. Dunn outside. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Here's Harper. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
And we saw it from Harper in college. He's a 3-level scorer, effective inside when he needs to be.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Wembanyama's checked in for Cornett. Dylan Brooks comes in for Champagnie. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Castle. And Fox is subbed in for Harper. Outside Johnson. The rebound by Garland. Los Angeles leading by 5. Leonard with the ball. Checked by Brooks. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Stolen by Miller. Dunn outside. Over to the wing. The drive by Garland. Oh, Brooks with the steal. On the wing, Fox. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Takes it inside. Ooh, using his speed, Fox. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, How much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise. Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
It's stolen by Dunn. Shot from 12. Rebound by San Antonio. Last time they met in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Yeah, the reserves added another dimension to their offense, and the opposition had no answers on how to slow them down.
Yeah, the dunk by Wemby might be the most effortless dunk you'll see.
Leonard up top. Vassell with the rebound. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Fox. Fox, aggressive.
The adjustment, man, what a finish.
The Clippers have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Collins with a screen on Fox. To the paint. And Collins with the slam.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
And here's Fox. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Golden State Warriors. To the wing, right side. Shot clock at 6. Oh, the man's an artist. What a throwdown by Victor.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him delivering.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lopez, he's checked in for Collins. Jones comes in for Miller. Matherin's checked in for Dunn. And it's Bradley Beal in for Garland. Goodwin's checked in for San Antonio. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Leonard against Vassell. Can't cash it in from close range.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Jones' shot is good.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Fox with the ball. 6 points for him. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Fox. Brooks outside. Just 5 on the clock. Spurs need to get one up here. Fox beats him inside. A slick move.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
You know, Richard, when you think about work rate, Dillon Brooks and the effort with which he plays comes to mind.
Yeah, if we created statistics based on effort, Dillon Brooks would be one of the guys on the top of the list. Energy exerted, contact plays, bumps. He does everything to agitate the offensive player.
Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And how about we check the numbers for Stephon Castle? For San Antonio, they've gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Now Fox. Give him 8. Brooks outside. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Outside Matherin. To the inside. Jones. And the dunk by Jones.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Fox, the pass to Wembanyama, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
When Wemby is feeling himself, he is as deadly as any player on the planet.
Beal surveying the D. Outside Jones, pass to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. Matherin finds Lopez. Again, Los Angeles.
Smart shot from Lopez. If he's got a decent look and can avoid putting the ball on the deck, he's got to pull the trigger.
Brooks the screen on Beal. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful at third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Beal outside. Takes a three. It's not going to go for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Clippers on top. They're up by 3. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Tyronn Lue. And, Coach, tell me more about your team's performance there in that first half.
I thought we got tired a little early, but...
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll.
Hello and welcome.
They've had the hot hand from deep, so I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
And now, as the season winds down, a look at the Western Conference picture.
Well, I think for the Clippers, they're not going to make the playoffs. We knew that. But they did show glimpses of what they...
Thanks, as always.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Kawhi is the 3 with Jones playing the 4. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Darius Garland. And it's Lopez in at the 5 roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Here's Leonard. Leonard in transition.
This jumper from Kawhi is pure. Once he gets his feet under him, the rest is easy.
Vassell, a screen on Mathurin. Here's Castle. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Here's Lopez. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
That's what happens when you try to challenge Wemby. If you don't know, now you know.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. 4 on the clock. Takes one from 10 feet. No good off the back of the rim.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Here's Castle. And he banks in the layup. Castle's got 8 points.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Garland. Lopez, the screen. Garland, a good look. Cans it with nobody near him. He's got 11.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. It's a 5-point game. Vassell outside. It's stolen by Leonard. Pass to Garland. Lets it go from deep. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
The Spurs have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Wembanyama, screen on Mathurin. Castle goes in. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. And this is how the West looks with just 3 games left until the playoffs begin. You look at the Spurs, they have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And of course, Los Angeles, not posing much of a threat right now.
When I look at the Clippers, they know what this month is all about for them. They just have to be aggressive and punch their ticket for the play-in. But that could be easier said than done.
Castle finds Johnson. San Antonio moving the ball around. Brooks a screen on Garland. Back to Brooks. Pass to Wembanyama. Wow, Victor takes it to him inside.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Mathurin passes to Garland. Lets it go. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, too much length from Wemby.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Garland with a screen on Castle. Mathurin against Castle. Lopez, the screen on Castle. Mathurin passes to Lopez. Now here's Jones. Shot clock at 3. Three-pointer off the mark. Castle against Mathurin. And the basket by Castle.
Yeah, and for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Outside Garland. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. You can tell this team really relies on Darius Garland on the offensive end.
And that's because he offers options. Garland can make plays for himself and others. So you never know if he's going to make that nice pass or that nice shot.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Collins, he's checked in for Lopez. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Cornette's checked in for Wembanyama. Champagnie comes in for Brooks. Goodwin's checked in for Castle. And it's Harper in for Fox. Los Angeles leading by 4. Garland feeling it out a bit. Inside, here's Jones. And the dunk by Jones.
Look at Garland drawing the defense's attention just to give it away. Whoop.
For San Antonio, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Over to the left wing. Outside Johnson. Pass to Champagnie. Over Jones. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. And it's Mathurin missing.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Here's Harper. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. They'll pin that one on John Collins. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get sacked.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey team, John Collins grew up playing soccer and goaltender. He said, quote, "I've always had good hands, but goaltending helped my reaction time, being able to track the ball at fast speeds. It's an important thing for guards to trust the big fella that you can catch and finish." Back to you guys.
Terrific report. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Harper. Count it. Harper's got 5 points now in the quarter.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Garland for 3. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Here's Harper going inside, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And slicing and dicing the D to pieces on the attack. Harper has a good feel for when to drive.
Miller on the wing. Leonard up top. 11 points in the game. Now here's Garland. Comes up empty down low.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
RJ, San Antonio's seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
So for the Clippers, Jackson comes in for Leonard, and it's Beal in for Garland. And San Antonio with a change here too. Vassell's checked in. Collins outside. Pass to Beal. Collins a screen. Some room here for Beal, and the baseline jumper goes down. Beal's got his second bucket on the night.
Beal is just a Picasso in that mid-range.
Here's the pick. Here's Champagnie. Up and overdone. Champagnie shot is off. The Clippers lead by 4. To the paint. Here's Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Harper, defended by Dunn.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
What a performance for Darius Garland. He has been the story for the Clippers. He's been effective on offense, racking up 21 points so far in this contest. Back to the game after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Harper. And it's Champagnie at the 4 spot.
Defensively, you have to put lots of focus on Garland, so that opens up things for others to get their shine.
Castle a screen on Garland. To the middle. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
From downtown, Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Now here's Castle, defended by Dunn. Pass to Wembanyama. And here's Castle. Shot clock at 5. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Now here's Garland. Tightly guarded. That one drops for him. Garland's got 14 points here in the second half.
And I like it. The game plan is simple. Keep getting Garland the ball. It is that simple, and it's working.
Castle with it. Picked up by Collins. Here's Champagnie. Up top, Castle. Defended by Dunn. Back to Castle. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And Los Angeles making a change here. Leonard's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Dylan Brooks comes in for Vassell. And Fox is subbed in for Harper. Garland, the pass to Collins. Back to Garland. Collins with a screen on Fox. Collins, left side. Tries it from 19.
You got to be careful shooting around Wembanyama. He's already one of the best shot blockers in the league, if not the best.
Here's Garland, 5 to shoot. No good on the quick three.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And what strength by Castle, a tough-nosed guard who knows how to score through contact.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Garland with the ball. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
Just a shot eraser. You never know where Wemby is, but you always know he's around.
Garland finds Leonard. Dunn outside. And he's going for the oop here. And Collins with the slam.
Throw it anywhere near Collins, he'll take care of the rest, putting his athleticism and length to perfect use.
Garland against Fox. The rebound by Garland. And it's Garland with the ball for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J. Garland's got 26 points.
Things are heating up for him behind the arc. He only had 1 3 in the first half, but now he's up to 3 in the second.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Jackson, he's checked in for Dunn. Fox against Garland. Oh! Fox with the flush off the drive.
Explosive move by Fox, and if you're the defense, you've got to come to expect that.
Miller against Castle. Pass to Garland. Over Fox. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
For the Clippers, Brook Lopez is checked in for Jackson. Jones comes in for Collins. And Matherin subbed in for Miller.
You have to respect Brook's approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Leonard looking around. Clock at 6. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Castle. And it's all tied up. Castle's got 11 points here in the second half.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Lopez. Jones from outside. And the Clippers miss again.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Yeah, this kid Castle loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Devin Cassell, he's checked in for Champagny. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Kawhi attacking. Gets it to go.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
The free throw drops for Leonard. The Spurs have gone 7 of 8 in this fourth quarter. Castle outside. Now Wembanyama, tipped. Here's Castle. Rebounded by Matherin.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
20 feet away and no problem.
Oh, he is not shying away from the moment. He is one of those players that loves the moment.
Now Brooks. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter here. Garland pulls it down. The Clippers lead by 3. Outside Leonard. Oh, Fox with a steal. And here's Fox. Oh, the stuff!
What energy from Fox when they're up against it, proving he's ready to be that guy.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. Outside Garland. He launches. Wembanyama there for the rebound. And the Spurs shooting great. 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. Fox deciding where to go with it. Off on the layup.
I think at the last second he decided to get slick. I think he'll make that mistake again.
Garland with the ball. Castle covering. Now Leonard. Leonard spikes it down.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Fox outside. Now Wembanyama. Oh, a gorgeous feed. He hammered it down.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Leonard against Vassell. Leonard inside. Wembanyama there for the rebound.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Castle outside. Vassell, a screen on Matherin. Here's Wembanyama to take the lead. Oh, not enough to slow down Wembanyama.
He has the talent of the greats. It's just, can he dominate late game like all the greats have? Wemby getting it done.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Leonard! Ooh, the three doesn't go. And stolen by Jones. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.